19th, TJ Floyd. 20th, Todd May. Starting 21st. In that 3 machine, it's Zach Bride. At 22nd, we have Keith Miller. 23rd, Sylvan Seguin. 24th, Eddie Morris. 25th, Nick Mather. 26th, Sylvan Seguin. So there we go. You got your starting lineup. 26 cars. Only one can win. And not a surprise at all, Brian Nudi starting on the pole. He is known for performing very, very well on road courses. He won the road course race in the ARCA Series at Watkins Glen. And then green flag is out here for 30 laps at the Daytona road course side by side as we're coming into turn 1. Let's see how everybody handles this first turn. So everybody needs to get woed down. So far, looks like everybody did a good job. Brian Nudi gets clear. Here comes Isaiah Gill coming by Stephen Black, and Isaiah Gill trying to get up there to Brian Nudi. We know Isaiah Gill, Brian Nudi, both of them have a little bit of a rivalry between these two. Stephen Black, though, right on Isaiah Gill's back bumper. We see some wrecking going on back there behind them. Black looking to the outside, technically. And here we go. We're going out and on to the speedway portion of the track. Cassie Williams on Facebook says, let's go, Colin. Colin Williams in the top 5 right now. He got a good start, but there's a big gap right now between him and 4th place, Joe Wright. It's 2 seconds. Let's see if he can destroy that deficit and get up there to Joe for 4th. Here we go through the bus stop. Stephen Black gets right to that Thomas & Friends number 2 back bumper. He looks low. Here comes Stephen Black on the bottom, trying to take second back from Isaiah Gill. Gets a good run, and he is in second place. So Stephen Black back in second. He's got to try to get back up there to Brian Nudi for first. First lap has been completed. See Colin Williams going into the pits already. Nothing really seems to be wrong with that 17. Not sure if this is some pit strategy. It's kind of odd to go in on the first lap. But we will see if everything will play out in the end. Looks like we had a wreck with Derek Chaput and Dave Wright. 37 of Chaput just got a... Oh, no, it was happening in front of them. Oh, we see Chaput into the cones. Nick Mather involved. That is not good for all of those involved. Brian Nudi with the 1.5 second lead right now over Stephen Black. That 40 is on a rail right now, as we expected he would be. Here comes Kyle Mays getting by Michael Provolt. Provolt with some severe damage right now. This is for 8th. Kyle Mays trying to get up there to Michael White. Big gap separates Mays and Michael White. 4 seconds. Field starting to get pretty spread out right now. Uh-oh, this looks like something happened to Zach McBride. Him and Chaput were battling. We saw Derek look low under McBride. And Zach just gets loose right off the corner and gets sideways. Already, we're seeing a lot of drivers struggling with the Daytona road course. Here's David Wright working on Brian Merle Jr. for 17th. Merle, his 74 is pretty beat up. See, Eddie Morris is coming up behind Keith Miller. Keith Miller actually right on the back bumper of Mark Shavers. Shavers looking to the high side above Michael Lawrence. This is for 11th here. And we see Shavers slows down a bit and Keith Miller gets right into the back of Mark Shavers. Washes up a little bit there in the corner. We see Shavers gets by and he is now in 11th. Michael Lawrence trying to get that spot back. He looks low here in the corner. The lead between Stephen Black and Brian Nudie has gone under a second. I don't know if Stephen Black is actually closing in on Nudie a little bit. We'll see. Time will tell. Colin Willems, after going into the pits, he's starting to make his way back up to the field. There he goes by Zach McBride for 24th, and he's coming up on Nick Mather and TJ Floyd. I'm not really sure why Colin Willems had to go into the pits, but he's showing he's still got some speed. There he goes, looking under Mather as we go onto the speedway portion of the track. Mather, a little bit squirrely. Looks like David Wright got loose when we were going onto the speedway portion of the track. He has a pretty beat up Toyota Tundra after only completing 3 laps. This is going to be a long one, folks. See Derek Chaput, Logan Hagerman going at it for 16th. Woo! They're hitting those turtles. Derek Chaput right on the back bumper. He's looking low as we cross the start-finish line. Again, this is for 16th. There they go into turn 1. Hagerman gets a good run on the outside, and he gets back into 16th. Chris Wheeler, Todd Mays going at it right now. Todd Mays is the chaser. This game of cat and mouse right now. Oh no, Chris Wheeler into the grass. That's going to slow him down. Here comes Todd Mays taking advantage of that mistake. Todd Mays now is in the 8th spot, and he's going to try to track down another one of the Mays boys, Kyle Mays. 7 seconds separates these two. I mean, that's the thing that these drivers are going to have to do. Take advantage of others' mistakes. That's the name of the game here. Here comes Chris Wheeler coming back. He's got himself back together, and he's looking to try to get by Todd Mays here in the bus stop. And he's back. Back in 8th spot. Colin Willems continuing to make his way up to the field. He's starting to track down Josh Hall. Yep, he flies right by. Colin Willems with a clean car. Not a ton of damage on it. He's looking fast right now. Here comes Eddie Morris looking low under Michael Provolt. Provolt with a beat-up number 95. We're actually coming to 25 laps to go. Here we see some pit strategy going on. Brett Merle heading in. He's got a little bit of damage. I think he's going to get that fixed. Let's see what all he's going to do. Getting some tires. That should definitely help that 23 of Brett Merle make his way up through the field. Stephen Black continuing to try to track down Brian Nudie, who's just in a whole nother zip code, a whole nother world here at Daytona Road Course. Man, he is looking fast in that number 40 Ford F-150. Here's Eddie Morris looking low under Keith Miller. This is a chance to break into the top 10. They're side by side onto the back stretch. Morris with the nose. And here they come into the bus stop. And Eddie Morris, he's into the top 10 now. He's now setting his sights on Chris Wheeler. You can see going into turn 4 right now. And oh no, looks like third place Isaiah Gill actually crashed. Ooh, way squirrely there. Looks like he was able to get everything back together and stay in third place. Logan Hagerman into the pits. He's got heavy damage on that 7 machine. See what all he's going to do. Yep, he's taking some tires. That should help him. Yep, right sides and left sides. I don't know if he's going to try to get the damage fixed. See Devin Buccino starting to get up there to Isaiah Gill. He took advantage of that little spin out from Gill. And he's right in that Thomas and Friends machine's tire track. Mark Shaver's trying to get by Josh Hall for 18th. Shaver's looking low. Side by side here. Here's Stephen Black continuing to find anything to get ahead of Brian Nudie. Den Buccino is right there on Isaiah Gill's back bumper. Think we might see him try to do something. See him slow down. Joe Wright is also there as well. Chris Wheeler, who at one point was in 15th.
Caution is out.
Oh, wait. Yellow flag is out? Yes, yellow flag is out, I believe. I believe this is the stage break. So this will give the drivers a little bit of a breather after a hectic first few laps where Brian Nudie has led the entire race so far. So we're going to wait for the whole field to group back up. See, oh. There we go. Nudie finally catching up to the pace car. See some cars just now getting onto the back straightaway. There goes Michael White into the pits. Oh no, he mainly disconnected. Oh my gosh. Nobody has been able to touch Brian Nudie so far. Steve Black has gotten up there. He's fast. But Nudie just on a whole nother zip code. And that 2 pedals, 1 clutch machine. Everybody in the iOS League knows that he is a bit of a road course specialist. And that's exactly what we're seeing so far here. Oh, there goes an airplane. I just saw that. Daytona is one of the tracks that iRacing put a ton of detail to. One of the most beautiful to look at. And it's one of the most beautiful tracks in real life as well. There goes Zach McBride getting back on the lead lap. He's going to be, looks like, restarting 20th. And there we go. We got your leaders coming into the pits here. Pretty much the entire field going in to get some fresh tires and some fuel. So we'll watch the race off of pit road go on. Yeah, the entire field goes in. Nobody stays out. So who's going to win the race off? There we see Michael Provolt taking off. Nudie's the first to head off. Then it's Stephen Black. Isaac Gill barely beats Devin Buccino off. Joe Wright 5th. Kyle May 6th. Todd May 7th. Eddie Morris 8th off of pit road. Who's going to be 9th? It's Colin Willems. And plot twist, Chris Wheeler actually stays out. Does not go into the pits, so that is an interesting decision there by that 22 machine. So even with the green flag pits, not the green flag, even with the pit stops, Brian Nudie stays in the lead. He's trying to get back up there to the pace car. There we go. We see Pro Volt up there already. I will say, Brian Nudie and Stephen Black are the only two drivers to have a 1 minute 59 second lap time. See Michael Lawrence getting his lap back. He's back on the lead lap. We'll see if he can try to make his way up to the field here. There goes Pro Volt. He gets his lap back. There goes Michael White getting his lap back. Lights on the pace car are off, so we're getting ready to go back green here. Brian Nudie, he's going to be restarting on the bottom. Stephen Black on the top. I actually believe this may be a single file restart. No, lights on the pace car are actually back on, so we continue to pace. Logan Hagerman into the pits. I think he's going to keep trying to get some more damage fixed on that machine. Keep getting those optional repairs. Hopefully, I believe we're going to be going back green this time by. While we're under caution, let's go ahead and actually talk a little bit about how the point standings are looking like after 7 races. And right now, Stephen Black is currently your leader in points. I mean, he's got 4 wins, 5 top 5s, 5 top 10s. I mean, he has been on a roll. Logan Hagerman, he is currently 2nd in points. He's gotten 4 top 10s. He's been very consistent. Kyle Mays is 3rd. He's got 1 win this season. Cody Moore 4th in points. And then Zach McBride is 5th in points. Now the team standings. Here's how we're looking. Oh, and by the way, there is a 38-point gap between Stephen Black and Logan Hagerman. So if Hagerman has a good performance here at Daytona Road Course, he could maybe potentially take the lead back from Stephen Black. If Black doesn't have a good performance, though, Stephen Black is in the top 2. Logan Hagerman is in 21st. Here's how our team standings are looking like. YXU Racing is currently on top. I mean, they have 3 drivers in the top 10 in points. Nick Mather, Colin Williams, and Cody Moore. They are fast right now. 20 points behind them. And second, we have Intensity Racing Team. They have Joe Wright, Logan Hagerman. Both of them are in the top 10 in points, and both of them are with Intensity Racing Team. Kyle Mays, who is 3rd in points, he is a part of Team Mays, and Team Mays is 3rd. They've been looking very well. They have 1 win so far this season. 4th, we have Cyclone Racing. I mean, your points leader. Stephen Black is on Cyclone. And, I mean, he's got 4 wins this season, so that definitely is helping Cyclone get into the top 5 in points. Last but not least, 5th is Carolina Sim. And Zach McBride has been making Carolina Sim proud, has been having some great performances recently. And then 2 Pedals, 1 Clutches, 6th. Merle Racing, 7th. Secondhand Racing, 8th. Operators Racing, 9th. And then Morse Motorsports is in 10th. Lights are off on the pace car. Getting ready to go back green here. Brian Newty is going to be restarting on the bottom. Stephen Black on the top. See if we can have a good restart here. Looks like it's actually saying Michael White is in the lead for some reason. He has stopped on the bottom of the track in one of the turns, looks like. I'm not sure what happened to him. I don't know when they're going to catch up to Michael White here. I believe White is actually in turns 3 and 4. That's cool. I didn't realize. That's kind of cool. All of the Ford trucks have a Michigan license plate because that is where Ford is from. Nice touch there. There's Michael White. They're starting to catch up to him. Not sure how he got in the lead. There they go. They're catching up to him. So we're coming back to the restart. Brian Newty on the bottom, Stephen Black on the top. Here we go. Green flag is back out here with 20 laps to go. Now 19 at Daytona Road Course. Let's see how we handle it into turn 1. We see everybody getting slowed down nice and clean. Field already getting pretty spread out at the moment. See Derek Chaput and TJ Floyd are currently side by side for 13th. Chaput right on Floyd's back bumper. Here comes Michael White looking on the outside. He goes around Kyle Mays. Kyle Mays gets slowed down quite a bit. Todd Mays going by Kyle Mays as well. I'm not sure exactly what happened to that 55 machine. And the field already decently spread out. I got to take a quick break, but we will still have the racing action on screen, the battle for the lead, so we will be right back. All right, we're back, and Brian Nudie with the 1 second lead. Top 3 is the same. Actually, top 5 is the same. Brian Nudie first, Team Black second, Isaiah Gill third, Devin Buccino fourth, and then Joe Wright not far behind in fifth. I think we might have a battle starting to brew for fourth. Joe Wright starting to reel in Devin Buccino. He's looking low, actually, as we go through the bus stop. That 82 has some speed. Nicely done right there. Joe Wright looking pretty fast right now. Devin Buccino sticking on his back bumper, though. He looks high. Trying to see if that's how he's going to get by him. Back by him. Here's Brian Merle Jr. trying to get by Mike Rentz for 16th. Woo! Saw some contact there. Brett Merle Brian Jr. now. Look at that. TJ Floyd, Derek Chaput side by side for 11th. And then here comes Dave Wright out of nowhere. Oh, he goes around. Him and TJ Floyd make contact. He gets it back going, however. Man. And Brian Nudie is under attack from Stephen Black. This is the first time we've really seen a battle for the lead. Here is Stephen Black. Brian Nudie actually tags the wall side by side for the lead. Stephen Black with the nose. He moves up and gets clear over Brian Nudie. Brian Nudie trying to get the lead back here through the bus stop. But Black is actually staying clear. This is the first time we've seen someone not named Brian Nudie take the lead, and he's actually starting to increase his gap a little bit. That 98 is looking fast right now. But can he hang on to it for 17 more laps? Got Logan Hagerman trying to get up there to Brian Merle Jr. for 17th. Merle with some severe damage on that machine. Brian Nudie starting to fight back and come back to try to take back the lead from Stephen Black. Gets a great run here in the turn. See Todd Mays, Eddie Morris, Chris Wheeler all fighting for that 8th spot. Todd Mays looking low, trying to get by him in this turn. Eddie Morris there as well. Uh-oh, Brett Merle in the grass. I don't know how he got there. Must have just gotten loose. He's gotten it back going, though. There's Eddie Morris looking low under Todd Mays as we are in the speedway portion of the track. Todd Mays, though, sticking right on Morris's back bumper. We might see him try to take back 9th here in the bus stop. And Eddie Morris starting to increase his gap. He's looking to try to get up there to Chris Wheeler, who is not too far in front of him for 8th. Logan Hagerman still on Brian Merle Jr.'s back bumper for 15th. I mean, if he can get by, he's going to be in the top 15. Looks to the high side. There we go through the chicane. Oh, no. So Dave Wright was around. There goes Logan Hagerman looking low as we cross the line. He might get clear as we enter turn 1. Yeah, there he goes. He's clear. Nicely done making the pass by Logan Hagerman. He's in 14th now. Stephen Black starting to increase his lead a little bit over Brian Nudie. Ever since he took the lead, he's been on a Sunday drive in that number 98 machine. Here's Kyle Mays looking to the outside of TJ Floyd. I mean, he flies right by. Kyle Mays with a lot of speed right now. He does have a little bit of damage on the right side, but doesn't seem to be affecting him. TJ Floyd sticking right with him, though. I think Floyd might try to take 12th back here on the bus stop. Let's watch and see. Nope. Mays with a good run. Joe Wright, Devin Buccino going at it for 4th. This is a big battle. For a top spot, Buccino looked low there in turn 1. Here's Eddie Morse finally catching up to Chris Wheeler. He looks to the inside. Chris Wheeler playing some defense. Eddie Morse trying to get something done here in the turn. Eddie Morse could not get by Chris Wheeler. Wheeler putting up a good fight for 7th. No, Morris is just trying to set up the pass here, and he just can't quite do it. Wheeler is fast, and here comes Todd Mays. Eddie, he slowed down tremendously, and Todd Mays taking advantage of that. He flies right by. So the field's starting to get spread out with 13 laps to go. Oh, Josh Hall hard on the brakes. He goes past the orange cones. He has struggled so far here at Daytona, at the Daytona road course. See, Brian, he's actually heading by Brian Merle Jr. Merle, I believe he got loose. Todd Mays, here he comes, going by Chris Wheeler. First he went by Eddie, and he flies right by Chris Wheeler. Todd Mays with some newfound speed is looking to try to track down Colin Williams for 6th now. That 25 machine is fast right now. There's Eddie Morris also looking to the inside of Chris Wheeler. It's actually technically... Oh no, what the world? Chris Wheeler just got loose and slid up right into Eddie Morris. Bet Eddie is not happy about that one. Man. Derek Chaput taking advantage of Eddie Morris getting in that little incident, and he's heading by him for 9th. And there he goes, he gets by. Eddie Morris just trying to get himself back together after that little incident. Josh Hall trying to track down Merle Jr. for 16th. He's right there on his back bumper as we go through the bus stop. Both cars extremely torn up. Tried to get something there through the chicane. See this little battle. Here comes Logan Hagerman looking to the inside of TJ Floyd for 13th. Drives it in there. Woo! Gets by him. Oh, Derek Chaput's in the grass. That is not good. Looks like he might have gotten loose or something. He gets back going, but losing a lot of ground is Derek Chaput. Hate to see it for him. Kyle Mays on Chris Wheeler's back bumper for 10th. Chris Wheeler still fast after getting in that little incident between him and Eddie Morris. Here comes Dave Wright looking low under Michael Lawrence for 18th. He flies right by despite that 84 having a little bit of damage. Chris Wheeler, Kyle Mays going at it. Kyle Mays was in the grass there. And, I think we might be seeing some green flag pit stops start to happen. Kyle Mays going into the pits. Does have a little bit of damage. I don't know if that's why. TJ Floyd also going in as well. Might see some pit strategy going on right now. I think Mays already took tires. No, he didn't. Kyle Mays getting some fresh tires. Josh Hall is in. Dave Wright is in. Michael Lawrence. A lot of the drivers in the back portion of the field are going in to get some tires. Try to see if that maybe might help them in the journey to get back up front. Logan Hagerman trying to get into the top 10. Here he goes. Fighting with Chris Wheeler. He looks low. And zips right by. There go your leaders, Stephen Black, Brian Nudie, both of them going into the pits. Isaiah Gill going into the pits as well. See Joe Wright. Devin Buccino, though, interesting move by him. He stays out. And is going to keep on racing. He's got the lead. And a big gap between him and 6th place. Or I guess Stephen Black still is going to stay in 2nd. Kevin Brandow. Facebook says Colin Williams, he's in the top 5. He is fast right now. He's got that 17 on a rail. And he's trying to get up there to 3rd place. Brian Nudie, 5 seconds separate them. But he's definitely... Oh, no! He gets loose! Off the turn, Colin Williams gets loose. You hate to see it for him. He was in the top 5, and he's going to lose some spots because of that. Stephen Black, Brian Nudie going at it for 2nd place. Stephen Black has had the lead after taking it from Brian Nudie. But Nudie trying to get back up there. See Derek Chaput into the pits. Or he's just now exiting, actually. Comes Eddie Morris and Kyle Mays battling for that 12th spot. They're coming to a turn right here. Woo! Fast through the little straightaway. Eddie Morris just couldn't quite get up there. There we go. We now see... Oh, no. I thought Devin Buccino was going in. He continues to stay out. Or, yes, he actually is going in. My bad. So with Buccino going in, I believe that this is going to mean that Stephen Black is going to inherit the lead back. Pit strategy working out in Stephen Black's favor. Out of all the drivers right now, he's definitely got the biggest chance to win. But here comes Brian Nudie starting to reel him in. He got right up to that back bumper. Woo! Little bit loose off of turn 1. Logan Hagerman going in, as well as Isaiah Gill. Both of them actually have a teensy little bit of damage, looks like. Brian Merle Jr. also in. Chelsea Reed. Facebook says, let's go, Colin. Tylan Williams trying to get back up into the top 5 after having a little bit of a spin. He's 10 seconds behind Devin Buccino. We'll watch to see if he can track that 68 down. It's going to be hard. 10 seconds is a big gap. Here's Devin Buccino currently battling with Todd Mays. He gets by. So now Colin Williams has to track down Todd Mays instead of Devin Buccino. Brian Nudie gets a great run through that chicane there, right up to Stephen Black's back bumper, but then he loses some ground once again. See Eddie Morris trying to get up there to Kyle Mays for 9th. See if maybe he can get a good run here in the bus stop. A little bit in the grass there. That's going to hurt him. Todd Mays hasn't gone into the pits yet, so he's going to go in. And that's going to mean that Colin Williams is into the top 5. As I say that now, Colin Williams going into the pits to get some fresh Goodyear tires and some Sunoco fuel. Keith Miller goes in. A lot of your top 10 going in right now. And I think with 8 laps to go, a lot of the field spread out. Actually looks like Steve Black actually just ran his fastest time in the race. 1 minute, 58 seconds. I think we're going to do a little pump up the intensity. Hear the sounds and sights of the racetrack. Here we go. There's a little pump up the intensity for you. Got to see some action, including a car get loose. We actually saw a car get loose while we were doing Pump Up the Intensity. That was Chris Wheeler. Michael Provolt going into the pits. He's going to get some fresh Goodyear tires, some Sunoco fuel. And this should last him the rest of the race. Todd Mays coming up on Isaiah Gill for 9th. Isaiah Gill at one point, he was in the top 3, but he has really fallen behind. And he's about to maybe lose another spot here to Todd Mays. Speaking of the Mays boys, Eddie Moore starting to get up there to Kyle Mays for 6th. Might see him make a move here in the bus stop. Look out. Nope. Kyle Mays still staying in that 6th spot. Keith Miller, can he get by TJ Floyd here in the bus stop? Floyd throws almost a little bit of a block there. I mean, Eddie Morris is right there on Kyle Mays' tail for 6th. In the next couple of turns, I think we'll see him try to make a move. Mike Rent's starting to get up there to Michael Lawrence for 21st. Here comes Brett Merle actually getting up there to Michael Lawrence. Merle to the high side. Up against the wall there. Merle actually with a little bit of rear end damage. And he zips right by as we go into the chicane. Eddie Morris, I believe through the bus stop, was able to finally get by Kyle Mays. And Morris now in that 6th spot. Kyle Mays, though, still right on Eddie's back bumper. We see Eddie hitting those turtles. Kyle Mays looks to the outside, trying to see if that's how he's going to be able to get back by Eddie. 5 laps to go, by the way. Yeah, Eddie Morris, he's kind of checking out here. Isaiah Gill starting to catch up to Michael White, getting right up to the back bumper. Isaiah Gill looks low. Here we go. This is for 8th. And Michael White washes all the way up into the grass, and there goes Isaiah Gill in the 8th spot. That Thomas & Friends machine was in the top 3 and then just fell back a little bit. Oh no, Eddie Morris got loose somehow. He's around, and Logan Hagerman, he's in the top 5. He gets by Kyle Mays. Where did he come from? Logan Hagerman, I guess he's been silently making his way up to the field, and here he is in the top 5, but still under attack from Kyle Mays. Stephen Black with a 5-second lead over Brian Nudie. I mean, this is crazy. Stephen Black, I mean, once he took the lead from Nudie, he's been in a whole nother zip code. I mean, everywhere we've been throughout this season, whether it was a short track, whether it was a mile and a half, and now whether it was a road course, I mean, just Stephen Black this season has been a dominant force. Nobody can touch him. Isaiah Gill starting to get up there to Kyle Mays. With Eddie Moore spinning out, Isaiah Gill gained another spot, and then here he goes. He's turning back on the rocket boosters. He gets by Kyle Mays. A little bit squirrely off that turn. Here was Colin Willems looking low under TJ Floyd for 13th after Colin Willems had his little spin. He's starting to work his way back up through the field. This is the battle for 22nd. Brett Merle, Mike Rentz continuing to go at it. There's Brett Merle. Side by side. He gets clear. Brett Merle in 22nd now. Michael White is able to get by Dave Wright. He washes way up, almost getting into the grass there for 18th. Dave Wright getting himself back together. Here's TJ Floyd trying to get back up there to Colin Willems, waiting for him to make a mistake. Here's Derek Chaput for 14th. Starting to get up there to TJ Floyd. Here he comes, that 37 machine. Two laps to go. Looks like Dim Buccino blinking a little bit. Oh no, Dave Wright is around. That's not good. Here goes Michael Lawrence looking to the outside above Brett Merle for 21st. Crossover, he looks low. And here comes, oh no, we actually have a little bit of a wreck. Stephen Black goes through the bus stop and comes onto the front straight. He's got a 5-second lead here over Brian Nudie. Ever since he took the lead, he's just been in a whole nother zip code. He's got 1 lap left, and we'll watch this entire one. So there he goes through turn 1, through the S's, nice and easy. Has to get woed down for this turn right here. There we go, keeping it clean. He's chasing the lap car, Brian Merle Jr., looking to try to put him down a lap before the race ends. Here they go into another turn that you got to really get woed down for. He dives down, and there he goes, putting Merle Jr. down a lap, and now into the speedway portion of the track for Stephen Black. This is the tricky part, getting woed down for the bus stop. There it goes, hitting the yellow turtles. Nice and smooth through the bus stop and back onto the speedway portion of the track. And all he has to do is make it through the chicane, and he will get his 5th victory of the season. Nice and easy. Stephen Black, when he took the lead, it was no looking back after that. He is your winner at the Daytona Road Course. Brian Nudie takes second. Joe Wright coming through the bus stop. It's looking like he is going to take third. Unless Devin Buccino can get up there to him. Woo. Yep, Joe Wright with the top 3. What a race. Some great battling going on. So there you have it. We're going to be waiting for your top 3 to get into the waiting room. Stephen Black, Brian Nudie, Joe Wright. And we're waiting right now for Stephen Black to do his burnout. Yep, it's coming. Barely misses getting hit by Brian Merle Jr. There we go, burning it down. While he does his burnout, let's go ahead and talk to your 3rd place finisher, Joe Wright. We got the bio on screen right now. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Hey, Joe, this is Atlan, the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Oh, I sure do, man.
Oh, looks like we got to fix an audio issue really, really quickly. Nope, there we go. No, it was playing through the speakers, so got you loud and clear. So, man, started the race in the top 5, and that's where you stayed most of this race, and just not making any key mistakes was the main thing. You were nice and smooth through all the corners, was just looking really good out there at Daytona Road Course. Just give us, what was your take on the race here at Daytona?
Man, early in the race, I messed up a little bit. Devin got ahead of me. Coming back on a NASCAR, I kind of spit it sideways about 45. He went by me. I was chasing him for a while, and then I think Gil might have did the same thing, got stuck in front of him and slowed him all down. And then man, I just outbraked him going to the bus stop once, and that was enough to get in front of Bocino. And then I guess Gil must have spun out. That gave me that third place. So yeah, like you said, just keeping it smooth the rest of the way.
Did you enjoy the racing and the setup here at Daytona Road Course?
I'll tell you what, the racing was fun. The scary thing was the slow cars, man. You never knew where they were going to go. At one point, I think Michael Lawrence jumped uh, or maybe it was Michael Provault jumped to one of the turtles, and Dave went left into the wall right in front of me. It was crazy.
You had an absolutely awesome race here. Any family members, shout out sponsors you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to shout out to you, Atman, for coming in here every week and doing this thing. You're awesome for doing it. Shout out to Mary and Brian Wright for coming on down this week for my retirement. And then shout out to Intensity Broadcasting and all my teammates up in the room, Josh, Logan, D. Wright, Eddie Morris, all the boys. Good job. Way to work. Thanks a lot.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations on the top 3. Have a great rest of your night, Joe.
You too.
All right. Let's go ahead now and pull in your second place finisher, fan favorite, Brian Nudie. Here we go. Hey, Brian, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Awesome. Well, started the race on the pole, and you led the first few laps, but then we saw Stephen Black get up to you and took the lead, and after that, you couldn't quite get up there to him, but still stayed in the runner-up spot for the rest of the race. Running pretty fast out there. You're kind of known as a road course ringer. What was your take on this race here at Daytona Road Course?
Yeah, it was a good race. I had no drive off the corners. I burned my rears up for sure, and he was definitely faster than me in the infield. I felt like I was better in the bus stops and going into turn 1, and I felt like if I could kind of keep him behind me, it's kind of hard to pass on the infield. But then I blew it coming up onto the NASCAR turn 1, coming out of the infield, and then he got by me, and that was pretty much it. And I knew my only chance was to try to pit before him, but he decided to pit on the exact same lap I was planning on pitting on.
Got it. Well, still, we know that you're a road course ringer. Is this your favorite road course out of all of them?
No, my favorite one is Sonoma. That's just because so close to home, and I got real life laps on it. It's just I grew up around it and it's been going there pretty much my whole life, so that's my favorite track by far.
Gotcha. Well, awesome performance here at Daytona. Is there any family member shout out sponsors you want to thank before I let you go?
Oh, as always, I gotta thank my beautiful wife for letting me do this, and also give a shout out to her. She got a big promotion today at work, so maybe if she gets a couple more promotions, I can start doing this full time, and then I can be a stay-at-home iRacer dad. And then also gotta thank Gil's Dump Truck Service and Pizzeria, the fastest dump trucks in the Northwest. Gotta thank the Logan and Cody show. They sponsored my cup car. Also gotta give a shout out to Bustin' Bean and Sharon. And then also gotta give a shout out to all my teammates on Tupac. And also gotta give a shout out to Grandma Hagerman. You're number one in my heart, Grandma. Number one. And also to you guys in the booth. You guys do a great job.
Love it. Well, congratulations on second place, and we'll see you next week, Brian.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, and also, yeah, real quick, got to give a shout out to Stephen Black. He did an awesome job. That's 5 wins in a row for him. It's just if he doesn't win the championship this season, then I don't know who else deserves it.
All right. Well, we're gonna let you go. Have a great rest of your night, Nudie.
All right, you too.
And now, last but not least, the man of the hour, Stephen Black. Let's go ahead and pull him into the booth. Stephen, Atlee in the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
I got you, Atlee. What's up?
Going pretty good, and looks like you were on a rail out there here at Daytona Road Course. Started outside pole when Nudie took the lead from you early, and you stayed behind him for a little bit, and then we saw one little mistake from Nudie, and you were able to drive right by, and after that, there was no looking back. He had a good pit strategy, and with that pit strategy, you were able to keep the lead. I mean, nobody could touch you after you took the lead. I mean, what was your take on the race here at Daytona?
Well, obviously, Brian's fast at road courses, and I had done all my practice on the track at nighttime in the sim, and I wasn't really comfortable with the grip on the track during the daytime, and I got second in qualifying, and I figured I would ride behind Nudie to see how he was driving the track, and I kind of felt like I was faster than him through the infield, and he was killing me through the two chicanes, bus stops, or whatever you want to call them. But I kind of figured it out, and after the stage break, I kind of put two and two together and was able to get into the lead and stay there.
Got it. Well, this is your 5th win of the season out of 7 races. I mean, you've been absolutely dominant. How does it feel to hit the 5-win mark?
Well, I didn't really expect it to come tonight for sure. There's a lot of guys that are admittedly better than I am on road courses, and I know it's something that I tend to struggle with, but definitely an unexpected win is probably one of the better wins, I guess. You kind of circle races before the season that you're going to do well at, and I figured at least a top 5 out of tonight, or a decent run, but I definitely didn't have it circled as one I thought I'd be contending for a win at, and it was a pleasant surprise.
Awesome. Well, any family members, shout out sponsors you want to thank before we let you go?
Shout out to you guys for broadcasting, Atlee, all of Intensity. You guys do an excellent job. Shout out to Grandma Hagerman. She gave me a shout out on the Logan and Cody show. You should go check that out if you have not listened to it yet. They're I believe 7-8 episodes in. Shout out to Brian. He was really fast tonight, and I really learned a lot from him from following him there at the beginning. And shout out to my teammates Cyclone. Blake couldn't be here. Sylvan, Cody, Bailey, and all of them. And shout out to Brian once again for running the truck series and running the league. And yep, hopefully more to come.
Awesome. Congratulations on the victory, and hopefully we might see a couple more throughout the season. So congratulations on the win. Have a great rest of your night.
Yep, thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is your iOS Truck Series race at Daytona. One more time, give a round of applause to Stephen Black on the victory. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to watch the broadcast here on Intensity Broadcasting. As always, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. That would be greatly appreciated, as we are on the road to 2,000 followers on Facebook. We got past 1.5, and we're going to hopefully keep on chugging along. I know we can do it as a racing and iRacing community, so let's try to get there. We're going to 1,000 on YouTube and Twitch. Don't have quite as big of a following on there, but if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, make sure to drop the follow. And then last but not least, check us out on Twitter. We are on there, and we are always dropping polls, and you can discuss with us on there. Racing, video games, anything you want to talk about. And last but not least, if you are a racing or iRacing fan, make sure to download the eRacing TV app 7 nights a week. There is iRacing action on there, including on Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Intensity Broadcasting's broadcasts are on there for you to enjoy. So if you have Roku TV or Fire TV, download eRacing TV. I'm Atlee @ManWees. And on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Over and out.